Everyone thinks that people are honest, okay? But the truth is, most of the people in your life are silently undermining you, okay? Friends, coworkers, even family. They are playing games you don't even see. And the craziest part, most of us don't notice until it's too late. Today, I'm going to show you why this happens and how to stop falling for it. Number one, people naturally compete for status and resources. Okay, it's human nature. Humans are social animals. Even if we like to think of ourselves as kind and cooperative, deep down, we're wired to compete. Sometimes subtly, sometimes openly. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's all part of survival and evolution, okay? Back in the day, resources were limited, okay? Food, shelter, mates, and social status determine access to them. Fast forward to today, okay? The same drive shows up, like, in subtle ways, okay? Who gets recognized at work? Who gets invited to exclusive circles, or even who wins attention on social media? And understanding that, like this whole concept, helps you see that competition isn't personal, okay? It's human nature, and it is everywhere. Number two, subtle manipulation. Manipulation isn't always obvious, okay? Sometimes it's disguised as kindness or advice, okay? For example, compliments that put you off balance, okay? Someone would say to you something like, "Wow, you actually pulled that off. I didn't expect that from you." It sounds like praise, like you actually pulled off something we thought you couldn't, It sounds like an accomplishment. But it is subtly making you question your own abilities. Another example, advice that keeps you small. Someone would try to say something like, "Maybe don't aim too high, okay? You don't want to disappoint yourself. Just stick to what you are good at." It looks like concern, okay? They're concerned about you. But it's really about keeping you from growing. Another example, supportive attention that isn't supportive, okay? Someone might always come and check in on you or come and help you, but the help kind of comes with strings. Maybe they are tracking your progress or trying to make you feel indebted. Now, the key is noticing when kindness or advice feels off, because not all attention is genuine. Number three, recognizing patterns, okay? Humans are predictable once you know the pattern, once you understand the patterns of a human being. For example, friends disappearing when you succeed. Envy and insecurity makes some people step back, and you need to understand this, okay? They are no longer comfortable seeing you grow because it highlights their own limitations. Coworkers who suddenly become friendly after you get a promotion, okay? This isn't necessarily friendship. You need to understand that. They're recalculating how they can benefit from your new position or influence. And when you pay attention to these patterns, you start to see the difference between people who celebrate your success genuinely and the people who are calculating their own gain. Number four, the psychology. Envy disguised as kindness, fear disguised as caution, and control disguised as help. A lot of human behavior is hidden behind socially acceptable masks, okay? Envy disguised as kindness. Someone might act helpful or compliment you while secretly resenting your success. Their goal isn't to uplift you, it's to manage their discomfort. Fear disguised as caution, okay? Are you sure about this? This may sound like they are trying to protect you, they are concerned about you, but often it is fear of change or fear of losing control that drives it. Control disguised as help, okay? Some people give advice or help to subtly influence your choices, and or to keep you dependent on them, or to steer you in a way that benefits them. Now, when you understand this psychological mask, you start seeing the real motives behind action and not just the surface stuff. Number 5, why most people fail to notice. Even when the signs are right there, people often don't see manipulation because, one, we want to trust, okay? Trust is essential for human connection. We hope that the world isn't out to get us. So we give people the benefit of the doubt. 2, we ignore red flags. Subtle manipulation is hard to spot, and it's easy to rationalize it, okay? Like, maybe they didn't mean it that way. It's easy to make an excuse for. 3rd, we hope for loyalty that isn't real. Sometimes we project our values onto others. We assume that because we are loyal or we are supportive, others might be too. But that is not always the case, okay? Understanding these blind spots is very crucial. It doesn't make you cynical. It makes you aware and helps in helping you protect your energy and focus on genuine relationships. Now, with that said, what do you do when you realize that people aren't always what they seem or what you expect? First of all, you start observing. Watch more than you talk. Notice how people act when there is nothing to gain, okay? When things don't go their way, or when you succeed. The truth is in behavior. It's not in words. Listen more than you speak. Let people reveal themselves, okay? Pay attention to their tone, what they leave unsaid, the small gestures, all of that. They tell you more than what they are saying out of their mouth, out loud. Words are cheap. Actions are consistent. If someone says one thing but does another, trust the action. Test loyalty subtly. You do not need drama. Just small glimpse of who truly supports you versus who envies or manipulates. Share minor successes. See the reaction they give. Watch closely, because it is not about catching anyone out. It's about protecting yourself before it matters. Then build your circle carefully, because not everyone deserves your time or your trust or your energy. Try and surround yourself with people who celebrate your wins, who challenge you in the right ways and respects your boundaries. Quality always beats quantity, especially with the people that you surround yourself with. So protect your energy, your focus, your attention, your emotional investments, they are yours to manage. Don't give them to people who drain or manipulate you. And this is not being selfish, you are being smart, okay? And finally, once that you see the games, you have a choice. You can play smart, like use your awareness to navigate without being a pawn in someone else's game, or you can take a step away entirely. Because here's the thing, sometimes, the best move that you could make is to avoid the players altogether. Focus on your own growth and save your energy for the ones who matter. For the people and the goals that actually matter. Pay attention to what people do, not what they say. Because most people will show their true colors if you just watch them closely. And reminder, the moment that you understand the rules of their game is the moment that you stop being a pawn. Now that is it for this video. Thank you for making it this far. Only a few would ever make it this far in my videos. Now, if you liked the video, if you found it useful, if it's helped you in any way, if it's brought you some awareness, if you have seen some value in it, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to watch more videos like this, the subscribe button is somewhere on the screen, and I will be seeing you in my next video.